Welcome to the EMMO Maknak assembly video. This video will guide you through the step-by-step unboxing and assembly process. Check the bike's model and color. Record the serial number and take a photo. Then remove the box. First, remove the front wheel, handlebar stem, and iron frame. Place the wheel with the brake rotor facing up. Use a 10mm socket and wrench to remove the iron frame bolts. Detach the iron frame from top to bottom. Unpack carefully and follow the warnings to avoid any damage. After removing all packaging, you'll find all the necessary parts inside.
Now, start installing the front wheel. Remove the part secured to the wheel axle. Use a 14mm socket and wrench to remove the axle from the fork and keep it. Remove the disc brake rotor protector. Ask a helper to hold the e-bike steady, or use a jack to secure it. Use a flathead screwdriver to gently widen the gap between the brake caliper. Use an 8mm hex bit to remove the caliper from the fork. Keep it. Place the front wheel between the forks. Position the wheel so the brake rotor enters the caliper between the brake pads. Insert the wheel axle from the left side of the bike to the right.
Pass it through the left fork, one spacer, and the wheel. On the right side, continue through the other spacer and the fork. Secure the short nut on the outside using a 14mm socket and wrench. Then use an 8mm hex bit to reattach the brake caliper to the fork. Next, install the fender. First, attach the clamps marked R and L to the right and left forks, and secure them with screws. Use a Phillips screwdriver to tighten them. When installing the fender, make sure the pointed end faces forward. Install the fender and its components in sequence. Finally, use a 4mm hex bit to secure everything in place. The front wheel installation is now complete. Now, install the handlebar. First, make sure the cables are positioned in front, and the brake is facing forward.
Use the screws and color-matched nuts shown in the diagram to secure the handlebar to the handlebar stem. Make sure the curve of the nut matches the curve of the handlebar stem. Once aligned, tighten the black nut using a 14mm socket and a 14mm wrench. Next, use a 6mm hex bit to remove and keep the two screws from the display bracket. Mount the display and reuse the same screws to tighten it.
Then, install the headlamp. Connect the headlamp wire to the bike's wire. Make sure all the wires are inside the large lamp cover. Align the holes on the lamp cover and press it firmly into place. Secure it using 4 pointed screws. Install the smaller matching trim panel by pressing it from back to front. Secure it with 2 pointed screws.
Align the smallest black decorative cap with its slot and press it into place. Handlebar and headlamp installation complete. Install the foot pegs and pedals next. First, install the passenger foot pegs by attaching them to the bolts on both sides and tightening them securely. Next, install the pedals. Identify the left and right crank arms by the markings. Install the crank arms using a 14mm socket. Attach each pedal to its corresponding crank arm. Tighten the right pedal clockwise. Then secure it with a 15mm wrench. They should face opposite directions, for example, right arm down, left arm up. Install the left crank arm using the 14mm socket. Tighten the left pedal counterclockwise. Then secure it with a 15mm wrench. Install the short backrest. Use the key to open the seat storage. Attach the short backrest using screws and nuts. And tighten them with a 10mm socket and 10mm wrench. While you're at it, connect the bike to the battery. Red is positive, black is negative. Align the two power connectors and plug them in. Install the rider footrests. Install the 2 foot pegs on the left and right sides, and tighten them using a 10mm socket. Final check. Pump both tires to the recommended pressure, between 25 and 30 psi. Tighten all screws securely according to the torque value specified in the user's manual. Before riding, double-check that all components are securely fastened. If you have any doubts or questions, please consult a professional bike mechanic. Congratulations! Your e-bike is now assembled.